Heyo everybody, Haku here with my read-through or live reaction for Beastars Chapter 160. I'm super excited to read this week because, I was going to say last week was good, but every week is good with Beastars. Every chapter is good. So I'm excited. I don't know exactly where the story's going to go next. We just met Q and San, and I love them already. But it's one of those things with Beastars where, we don't just stick with one storyline all the time. We go to certain characters and stories, and then we move away from them for a while, and then we come back to them for a bit. And it feels kind of, I don't want to call it fluid and realistic, because maybe that's like going too far to say, oh, it feels realistic. But yeah, it feels nice not just being like, okay, we have this one story, we're doing this. Once it's over, we do another story, we do this. It feels nice that different characters and aspects of the overall world and story just sort of flow in and out of what we see on the week to week. But yeah, sorry I'm a mess today, a mess this week in general, but I'm trying my best to do this as best I can, as quickly as I can. But yeah, either way, I'm excited to read. The only thing I have seen, though, is on Twitter I saw Itagaki's post of the front cover here. So scrolling down to the front cover, and it's so weird. This is not the kind of outfit I would imagine Q wearing at all. But we have Chapter 160, The Uncertainty of a Loyal Son. Alright. When I looked at the wolf again, I was weirded out by his face. That's why I asked him, what's with your eyes? His eyes are filled with despair over the world's state of affairs, and yet they're also filled with hope. Your hope's wasted on the back alley market. Give up on capturing him. Huh? I know that evil hybrid Meron is the cause behind all the chaos in the back alley market. I never would have thought someone like you would be so dead set on capturing him, even after 2 failed attempts. Sorry, I was about to say, my brain cut me off. I was about to say, seriously, don't smoke, it is bad for you. But I got cut off and laughed because I noticed the cigarettes saying Paruboro on them. Still sympathizing with his hybrid struggles and letting him go on instinct. That's so like you. I only just met you and I can totally see you doing that. You pointed out my weakness like it was nothing. You're right on the mark. Please, teach me how to fight herbivores. I refuse. Wolves who show pity to herbivores have no potential. Also, I hate you. Q, is there anything you want? Says Lewis. We're grown-ups now. Why don't we make a deal where I can give you something if you can give Legoshi lessons? I'm not interested in money. What I want is a carnivore who has as much willpower as I do. If you can punch me using all your strength right here, then maybe I'll reconsider. But you have to use all your strength. If I sense that you hold back even a little bit, then I'll have to ask you to leave. Alright, I really like Q's character a lot. And I like her design. I don't know what it is, I like the eyebrow markings she has going on. For some reason I think it frames the rest of the face's design really well. She's a female, an herbivore, a small animal, a rabbit. And Q-san is really cute, to be honest. So it isn't just, it's obvious that he likes Haru in a romantic sense, but in a physical sense, it's not just Haru, he's attracted to rabbits. Alright, Q-san is really cute, to be honest. This is the first time I felt this way toward a female other than Haru-chan. This is my disgusting fetish. This is my strength and my weakness. What's wrong? I'm supposed to hit Q-san, right here. Are you gonna do it or not? I'll do it, he says. I'll become a strong, perverted wolf. Is this going to be okay, says San. I don't think so. Of course Lewis knows that nothing's ever going to be just normal. I'll fight you like I fight everyone. Come at me with all you've got. Q-san, do you always use a rope and 2 daggers, he asks. I need them when I'm fighting. They're a part of my fighting strategy. It's called Imaginary Chimera. Imaginary Chimera, he repeats. Imaginary chimera is when you compensate for what you lack by conjuring an image of it and using it to fight. I learned it from a master. I spent a long time being livestock in a cell, being scared of carnivores. The chimera I conjured with those carnivores in my mind is made of hatred and envy. What you need to conjure an imaginary chimera as strong as mine are strong feelings toward different species. And we see this sort of carnivorous wolf version of her silhouetted behind her normal self. I love when Beastars gets weird like this. Freaking Q's stand here. But I also think it's interesting too using the rope to bind and slow down the targets while using the daggers for attack because it's making up for the fangs and claws that she lacks physically. And he looks shocked. Legoshi's looking up. Legoshi-kun's looking at Q's imaginary chimera. You can only see it when you're fighting her, says San. Q spins her rope to expand her animal senses, conjuring a huge body, and she uses her daggers to reproduce big, sharp claws. The fiercer an animal's hatred of their attributes, the stronger the chimeras they can make. So this is so funny, because I really legitimately cannot tell if it's just sort of a, I don't know, not a real thing necessarily, but I can't tell if it's sort of just a psychological thing or if it's no, she's literally using her spirit to conjure it, because we've seen weird Moth-san stuff with Legoshi. I would love Moth-san Legoshi stand. And I'm using the term stand, but I don't even really know how they work because I've never seen or read JoJo's, but I don't know, it looks similar to art I've seen. Alright. She spins her rope, expands her animal. Okay, I already read all this. This is the body I want, so I can be stronger. What does a wolf like you want? If you have an obsession that rivals my hatred for the carnivores who treated me like livestock, then show it to me. My obsession, he thinks, was the thing I always yearned for, the coexistence of carnivores and herbivores. The peace of all animals? No, that sounds too presumptuous. If I'm going to be honest, there's only one thing I yearn for, to be with Haru, forever. And we have Rabbit Legoshi. What in the hell? This is getting so weird. So we have a full page of Rabbit Legoshi here. Ah, and Lewis can see it as well. Come on. And he starts going in for a punch. Oh? And we can't see if he connected with her face or not because his face is in the way, but he cracks the wall. Oh, and I love he still has his tattoo as well. Oh, that's great. I had almost forgotten about it. And he's panting heavily. I knew you were going to miss. But I did see your obsession when you conjured your chimera for the first time, and it does have potential. It does. I won't be satisfied until you punch me using all your strength. Come see me every day. Ah, it's so late right now, so why don't you two stay here for the night, says San. We've got lots of rooms, if you're alright with cells. Ha ha ha. And now we have Legoshi lying in bed. The chimera. The combination animal, the hybrid. So combining my body with another species is supposed to make my body stronger. Meron is a hybrid between a leopard and a gazelle. In that case, is the male who I created with my ego, me and Haru-chan's future child. When I fight from now on, will I have to use him? How does that work? And then he reacts, Q-san, you're so defenseless. I could have killed you 20 times over. I was thinking hard about why you missed me, despite how well done your chimera turned out to be. Well, it's because I'm still inexperienced. It's more basic and simple than that, and so the solution, it's because I'm a female. And also, because you probably still don't know how females are. And she takes her jacket off. Jeez, this was one of the weirdest chapters in the entire series. I love it. Just because at this point, when we first got the weird spirity stuff with Moth-san, it kind of opened the door for more weird spirity stuff. So if you're going to take it super duper seriously, and then Legoshi going foot-eating Super Saiyan, once we hit that point, it's the door's open for this kind of stuff. But yeah, I think it's really, really funny. And I think a big reason that I'm cool with it too, and that even though it is kind of weird and out of nowhere, I'm cool with it, is because this sort of stuff it isn't used to be oh, now we can have some cool fights or anything. It's used to serve the plot of developing Legoshi's sort of internal character and developing the world around them further. So, yeah, it's not just a straight, we're introducing new power things so there can be more fights and stuff. This kind of thing is always sort of used more well than that, so I know that I can trust Beastars by now. But yeah, it was really fun. And I guess I'll end this here. I gotta read some more chapters of some more things after this and then try to get all of them posted as quickly and as well as possible. So, either way, thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, and comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, what you thought of my thoughts and reaction and all that. Subscribe for more. Beastars much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel, or talk to you there. If you'd like a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us on Discord, it's free and open for anyone. And if you'd like to help support the channel on Patreon and join up there, then it's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. It helps seriously so much, and thank you so much to people who are patrons already. But yeah, that is that. And also the reactions to the Beastars anime whenever I get around to finally doing them all. But sadly there's just like a limited amount of hours in the day and days in the week, and it's really hard to get everything done. But whenever I do those will be up on Patreon, but you can see that there and everything. Either way, thank you again for watching, either way. And I'll see you all next time.